Part 2, you guys. I was talking too much for 25 minutes, but the tea is perfect because it's still warm. It's not too hot, and I can drink it fast or slow, and it's yummy. Okay, shout out also to Pixie Doodle Farms. Last time I was in the city, New York, I picked up some of their teas because I just couldn't help myself. This is the Maiden tea. It's for wise women. Listen, a blend of angelica root, nettle, chesty tea, licorice root, yellow dock, dandelion leaf, mugwort, lavender. It's for the liver, endocrine system, and menstruation. Ooh. Cheers. Keep asking your questions. We'll instill your energy in to get any more clarification on this reading. But I really like these cards. This was a cool reading. If you didn't check out part 1, go back. My name's Kat. This is my channel, Pure Premonitions. And I decided to pull out this new deck, an old cartomancy deck, which is like one of the original divination decks. FYI, I'm sure this started back in like the Chinese dynasty or even predating that, but from written historical events, it dates back to the 1500s, and then it got more popular into the 17th to 19th century, especially with the tea trade, and it making its way to Europe and the UK and Italy specifically. So yeah, then divination just kind of blew up, and besides tea readings, then they started coming out with all these different card decks. So it's really fascinating when you do your research about it. So this is one of the original decks that I had just used, and I really liked it. It was cool. Okay, we've got a couple more sips, but I just wanted to give you guys some angel numbers before we finish off with the tea reading. I like to give advice from the angels. I'm feeling like I'm just going to pull 3. We'll see. What advice do my people need to know? What does collective need to know? $14.14. Ignite your spark. There's a spark here. Inspiration, opportunity, joy, new beginning, and positivity. Which, if you go back to part 1, we were talking all about new beginnings in this relationship. There being a spark again, and this knight is coming in hot, and he's got this new passionate energy to bring forth into this relationship. And again, I always say knight because that's what, or the masculine, because that's what was depicted on the card. But however it resonates with you, we all have feminine and masculine energies within us. Okay. It says, focus on your needs and desires with a joyful attitude, always. New opportunities, friendships, or even family additions, may be on the horizon. Embrace the positive energy to speed up the process. What hobbies or desires can you focus on to reignite your passion? Didn't I just say reignite passion? I might be psychic or something. How can I stay open to new opportunities and positive changes? 4:11 on the clock. Identify one passion or hobby that you've been neglecting and take a step towards rekindling it. Embrace a positive mindset and be open to the new opportunities and relationships that come your way. Be open to the new relationships that come your way. 14:14, we like this. Anytime it's the same number next to each other, 14:14, it's a doorway number. So just like 11:11, right? It's a new opportunity. The doors are opening. You have really good energy to step forward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Boils down to 1, which is all about new beginnings. Again, it might be psychic or something. I don't know. Okay. Second card. 3, harmony. I love 3s. My life path number is a 3. Okay, so 3, divine guidance, balance, harmony, relaxation, patience, and mindfulness. As the number of harmony, this card represents divine guidance and direction. That steed knows what direction he's moving towards. Embrace the benefits of relaxation and take your time. Think before you speak or act. So don't be too hasty into this energy. We did have some impulsive energy that came up with the Knight. So even though you're excited about this new passionate energy or inspired action, and there's like some fearlessness here, like you both want this reconciliation, just still take your time. Be patient. You know it's already here. You know you deserve it. Today, practice mindfulness by taking a few deep breaths. Before making any important decisions or communicating with others. Yes, harmony. Harmony is coming in. Okay. Oh, and then I just looked at the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to read that one too. Look at that. Oh, I knew. How did I instinctually know? I was like, I'm only going to pull 3, but now it's 4. Because I looked. 345. Personal power. Personal power, strength, change, reflection, empowerment, future, creation. Ooh, a new addition to the family, creation, future. You have the personal power and strength to create the changes that you desire in your life. Reflect on your current situation and identify areas of dissatisfaction. Your future is in your hands and depends on how you choose to shape it. What specific changes do you want to make in your life? And how can you use your personal power to achieve them? Take a moment to write down the areas of your life where you feel dissatisfied and outline the actionable steps that you can take to address these issues and create the future that you desire. 12 boils down to a 3, harmony. Again, you have the personal power through harmonizing this energy, which will ignite your spark. Oh, and then last but not least, we've got 1133. 2. Okay, this angel number is amazing. It's not a doorway number, but it is to, the word is leaving my mind right now. Master numbers. There we go. So we actually, in numerology, since this is all one number, 1111, we will break it down. But if it was just 11, that being a master number, you wouldn't break it down into 1 + 1 = 2. Same thing with 33. It wouldn't equal 6. It's just 33. But because it's all one, it is an 8, which I love, because 8 is like the infinity symbol. It's these cycles that are never ending, that are necessary for your growth and your change and your evolution. And so that just means like the silver lining, everything was meant to happen and in the exact order that it did. So if you guys were in the separation, it was meant to be for this growth. And now you're at the crossroads. There's a decision. Intuition, it's guiding you. Guidance, choice, path, trust, and direction. If you're at a crossroads and unsure which way to go, this number is a reminder to trust your intuition. Follow your gut feeling to guide you through your decision. Follow your heart. What are the key decisions that you're facing right now? And how can you use your intuition to make the best choice? Take a few moments to meditate or reflect quietly. Pay attention to your inner voice and feelings about the choices that you need to make, and trust in your intuition to lead you in the right direction. Love that. Okay. Bam. Last opportunity to ask a question. We've got travel. It's spilled. Anytime it leaks out. Travel's coming. Okay. Ooh. 3, 2, and what does this collective need to know about this situation at hand? Hey. See if I see anything here. Yeah. We've got some star energy. So somebody's seeing you in a brighter light. A wish is coming true. Hi. Got some wand energy coming up here as well. And we had 2 wand cards. So a lot of like, we're finding our purpose, we're finding our passions, or we're actually following our heart towards our purpose and passions. Okay. Let's see what we're going to start with. Whoa. Heavy energy on bettering ourselves. So either you or your specific person has had so much of a spiritual awakening recently. Like, let me just show you the congregation. Do you see that? There's a lot of leaves right there. So it's covering the apple, which apple is all about bettering ourselves. You know, they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So they're just doing everything in their power to be their happiest, healthiest self, doing the external work, the internal work. And that's a really beautiful thing. We have everything here from leaves to little seeds. Let's see if I see anything specific. Another wand energy. So they're coming into this spiritual awakening, like they've been coming into it, but it's heavy for all of this month. Like all of this month is a huge spiritual awakening before the new year. And then into the new year. So something too right before the end of January. It's like they're finally being gifted their wand, or like they come into the power of taking their wand, like this Knight of Wands here in the future placement, which makes sense. So I'm feeling like this impulsiveness, this fearless adventure is going to take place either at the end of December or into January. But it's bringing in a lot of inspired action and passion. This does cross over into the church space. So I always say that church doesn't have to be anything religious. First and foremost, it's like a spiritual awakening. You're finally tuning into your faith, your internal belief in the universe, in yourself, in others, in good energy and positivity and growth. It could, on a literal sense, be a wedding, a religious gathering of some kind, or just a gathering of like-minded people on this same spiritual path. I'm not getting any negative energy, so I'm not getting funeral, but the church could represent that as well, but I'm just not reading that at all because it's crossing over into the heart key. So there's a new opportunity in love, 1000%, because this is the second heaviest congregation of leaves is on the heart key. Let me just keep looking for some signs. I see this like little cloaked witch like riding a broomstick towards the heart key, so towards this love, which is funny because I've got this this shirt on. Look. But if you notice here, this little witch, it's like, this is what I'm seeing. But she lost her hat. Maybe she does have a little hat on. Some of you may have lost your hat or like your wisdom towards this, but it's guiding you intuitively towards that. But maybe I do see a little hat. It's just not as prominent of a hat. But yeah, that's so funny. Like literally this little witch is riding on her broomstick towards this new opportunity in love. Okay, what else have we got? A grasshopper. Grasshoppers, like, to me, represent abundance. They come in strong. Like, they come in with a force. They've got all their friends and family with them. You see them in the hundreds, right? Or sometimes you just see them one by themselves. And you're like, where did you come from, little dude? Where's your family? But it just brings a sense of renewal. And again, flying in the direction of the new opportunity in love. And the congregation is heavily crossing over into this past. So this spiritual awakening is leading them towards the recognition that both this grasshopper, like young grasshopper, has learned his wisdom that was needed, and the switch is recognizing her power and her to be guided by her intuitive senses towards this new opportunity in love and success in all realms. The hierarchy could be like passion projects, but with, love is just coming up. So let's see. We've got a big seed here too. So one big opportunity, one big idea. There's a green bird here as well. Like a little finchy. A little green finch. I don't know if I've ever seen green finches, but he looks like a little finch. I also see dolphin energy. Dolphins are so intuitive too, and they can like communicate with that sonar energy. So they're just like, maybe you guys have this telepathic communication with one another and this connection, like a magnetic connection. I see this tree. It almost looks like a palm tree, but it's bigger than a palm tree. But maybe it is a palm tree because it has like a coconut on it. But it's fallen over. It's fallen over. And it's going towards this gathering. So of like, the fan always represents a social gathering or like a coming together, being in the physical. So this opportunity, maybe you guys are coming together, palm tree, coming together in Florida, you're coming together on an island where there's palm trees. There's like a branch, right? Because when I think about a tree falling over, it's like the olive tree branch is being extended, like that saying? Or like I'm just picturing like when a tree falls over and then now you finally have a bridge, a path to walk across the brook or the stream of water. So this spiritual awakening has led to this bridge opportunity of reconciling this love, and it's going to bring you towards an opportunity of coming together physically at some kind of social setting where there's palm trees. I don't know. Okay, what else we got? We've got, okay, and then for time-wise, that opportunity, end of the year, like heavy on end of December, because it's right in the center, the midline of the cups, so that's giving me like 1 month. So end of December, a few weeks, like 3 weeks max, into the new year. And the physicality trickles down into January too. So maybe you guys are going to have a few opportunities to be together, or at least like come together somehow. Okay. In the love realm, we don't have anything under the heart. I mean, we do have leaves under the heart, but we don't have anything on the heart right now for the next week. So I'm feeling like they're going to come in with some kind of communication or in the physical around the same timeline where that opportunity of love, the new doorway, opens up into the physical realm, because it crosses over right into the fan space again. So yeah, you guys are coming together, and then like all these feelings of love rush back in. Let's see. There's like a tiny difference of opinion. I don't think it, at least like in the beginning, I don't think the first difference of opinion has anything to do with the lover, because it doesn't cross over. But you're going to deal with some small challenge, like a bump in the road. It honestly looks like an airplane seat or like some kind of recliner chair. So maybe if like your dad or somebody is like in a recliner chair a lot, whoever has one of those, maybe the difference of opinion is with them. Or maybe like you're going to have like some kind of challenge with a seat on a plane. I don't know. But that's right before you come into this physical meeting with this lover. And then at the end of the month, there is some small challenge. It barely crosses over, but it does, into the heart space again. So a challenge with the lover into January. And it has to do with Saturn. So like losing something. It could be like an internal loss, like you have to like release old mindsets or thought patterns or behaviors. It could also mean literally in the physical world, you might lose something and it's a challenge for both of you to face. I'm seeing like a pair of shorts and a male's shirt right at the end of this challenge in January. So maybe I'm just like, it just came to mind. Maybe somebody like packed wrong on this flight and they thought that they were just going to need shorts and a shirt, and that's the challenge for them or something. Maybe it's colder, or I don't know. We'll see. Okay, moving on. Okay. We've got one major message of love. Like somebody comes in and gives you it's like a text message. I don't think it's a call. The leaf is not big enough for it to be a call. But I think it's a message, like one single message. And it's in the middle of the cup. So that's telling me at the end of this month, maybe it's to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, something. That stems into one more message after that. So that tells me it's not just going to be like one single message and done. There's a continuation of messages. And then there's a bridge. There's two wands that overlap each other, crossing over from the love message into the full moon space. And in Tasseography, the full moon actually represents more love. So it's like feelings of affection and emotion and being intuitively guided. So it's like both people are listening to their intuition and their heart space, which is beautiful. And they've been listening to this intuition heart space because there's a few leaves right outside of the full moon. But that does tell me that they're like more so being guided or thinking that their intuitive wisdom comes from outside rather than looking at it from within, since it's not inside of the full moon. We have another few wands that cross over from the moon space into this knife, so of separation. So this intuition literally has been guiding them to like cut the separation off, because it crosses over 4 different times from this separation into the moon, which is all about love and intuition. Wow. Okay. Yeah. As soon as this separation ends, there's going to be like a passionate love affair here. Wow. I see like a lion statue. Yeah, a lion statue. Maybe somebody Leo? Like me? It almost looks like one of those like chests, little chests that you move on the board. And we've got a black bird here. I don't know. I'm thinking of 3, either crow, raven, it's a little black bird, and it's flying upward. Okay. Yes, there are some challenges with this one at the end of December and some bigger challenges at the end of January, but it is challenges that are leading you towards progressing into your manifestations, like climbing the mountain, making your ways towards whatever it is that you want and deserve. We don't see so much progress in the physical, like tangible sense until the end of December. And that could be because there's still some snake energy. So either it's like we're exiting out of the year of the snake, so we're shedding some old skin, old paradigms, old mindsets, old patterns, behaviorally, old people that no longer serve you, right? Some jealousy, some people that you couldn't trust, or just negative Nancy. Hey guys, okay, so sorry, my phone died on me. I was talking about that snake energy and possibly some negative Nancy's that we were dealing with. Anywho, it does stem down into our Mars planetary system. That makes sense. It's the planet of conflict. So there is obviously something weighing heavy on this decision that has to be made, definitely pertaining to this new beginning in love, possibly for some of you, business, but I'm getting more love. Honestly, it could be 5 different areas because, again, out of the 7-pointed star, we've got 5 of the points having some congregation of leaves. So this conflict is dealing with at least one of them. I'm getting that it's dealing with more of work issues, like you not seeing progress where you want it to be fully. And then when you do find that social success, because we do have some crescent moon energy, which is all about social success. So if you're doing something like me, people are starting to recognize you. They're seeing that energy. Maybe there's some jealousy that stems from that, or some kind of conflict with those opportunities. But I'm not really getting so much conflict in the love realm. Okay. I'm not seeing like physical fertility. We do have a few leaves under the fig, but I'm getting more so that those are seeds that are planted consciously or subconsciously one of them crosses over into that snake placement. So it could be like negative seeds that are planted in our minds because of that negative Nancy person, or friends, family members, coworkers, just like inputting their opinions into your relationships or your business deals when it's not really needed. So just be mindful of that. And then there is, let's see, a decision that needs to be made, a big decision that needs to be made with fertility, or just, again, fertile energy. It doesn't have to mean physically pregnant, but it could at the end of January. Like a big decision needs to be made pertaining to this new growth or new seed that's been planted. And this is separate from the leaf correlated to the snake and Mars. And that one's like a big Christmas tree. I see a Christmas tree. So if you did have some fun on Christmas Eve or somewhere in a month, if you don't get your period, you know what happened. So just be mindful. But it could be like something that was, again, an idea, a business idea, or this new passion and new energy towards this relationship that could have sprung because of Christmas time, that seed that was planted during Christmas. A decision is going to need to be made about that relation or experience or situation at the end of January. Okay. No birdcage energy, like nothing significant to mention there. So I don't think like you're going to have any financial issues or family matters. Again, we do have a lot of star energy. It's coming up in at least 5 placements out of 7. So in 5 different realms, we are culminating the completion of some wishes or some goals that you had put in place prior. We're getting recognized. We're putting ourselves out there. We're listening to our intuition more. We have every single planetary placement. So there's definitely a new beginning, and it's crossing over into the full moon space. So that's all about love affairs and this new love that's starting. And there's 3 seeds in that. So 3 major things to note about this new beginning in love. And it's like you or your specific person is seeing that come about in an external factor and internal. One major issue, or I don't want to say issue, but factor, is stemming from the internal, and then the other 2 are external. There's the least prevalent planet here is our Saturn. So that's all about like something of value being lost, or like you having to release something and let go in order to create the space for something new. So old mindsets, old thought patterns, old behaviors are being released, correlated to love because it crosses over there, and any difference of opinions, but nothing major. So I'm not getting like anything physically lost. We've got Venus. Of course we've got Venus. And there's a fish. There's a beautiful little fishy with a little air bubble coming up. So Pisces energy. He really looks like a little fish. And it reminds me of the tarot card, the Page of Cups, where the masculine depicted on the card is offering his emotional cup to his lover, and there's a little fish popping up out of the cup with like doughy eyes. But something just to be noted about that card, which I love, is like, yes, now they have the emotional cup to give to their partner, but the ocean is right behind them. So the fish like is choosing to stay in this cup that's isolated with this lover rather than just looking off to the side and being like, oh, I can jump back into the sea. So this is like a choice that both parties are really choosing to give this emotional cup to this particular lover. Yeah, there's a lot of social recognition. So if you are putting yourself out there, like something like I'm doing on any of the social media platforms, people are starting to recognize you. And I think that might stem from some kind of separation ending. Maybe they're like watching you on a platform and they're just like, fine, like I'm going to contact them. It also stems into some success for you with the mountain range. So mountain ranges are always just symbols of success. Of course, it takes some effort to get there, some work. You got to climb the mountain. And what else? Yeah, there's a decision that needs to be made about this relationship, and there's a journey to be had. So this journey is one of internal and external. Like, I believe it's definitely correlated to this spiritual awakening, with this connection. Maybe you guys have to like travel to one another or with one another. Let's see what else. And then, of course, we've got the 4-leaf clover in the middle. There's a wand going through the 4-leaf clover and the star. So wand is all about finding your passions, your purpose, living them, recognizing that you have the power. You're wielding the wand, and it's going to bring forth good luck in your life. You're recognizing that luck internally, and others are recognizing that luck externally, and that's going to be really good for manifesting these wishes to come true. Hello, baby. I'm going to see if I see anything else. I don't know. Nothing else particular. Yeah. I think that's it, guys. All right. Well, I hope that resonated. We've definitely got new beginnings in love and life. My baby. We're going on a journey of some sorts. We have some decisions to be making. So I wish you all the best of luck in love and success. And until next time, I'm Kat. This is Faye. This is my channel, Pure Premonitions. If this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, share, with all your friends. And I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.